segment, we're going to be looking at painting knives. Now, there's all sorts of different shapes and sizes and different ways to use this unique tool. So let's take a look in closer detail at some of those. Now let's take a look at some of these palette knives up close. Now, palette knives or painting knives, they can really be used interchangeably. So they can be either called one or the other. The first one here, it's a longer one. It's about 8 inches long, and this is typically used because of its length to apply a ground to a canvas or particular support. You can see it's really long and wide, so it can really spread that ground out. So that's really good for that. Although, you know, people do paint with these as well on large canvases. So, you know, they all have multi-purposes or multi-uses depending on what you're looking for. So that's the first one. The next one is a spatula-shaped tool, painting knife, and you can see it has the little step in it and just allows you to be a little bit further away from the canvas or your palette, whatever you're using it for. And this is also good for scraping. It's good for mixing paint, although I do prefer the smaller ones to do that, but it's a good general one to have in your arsenal. And this is a good one as well. These are nice for mixing paint, you know, pretty straight tip to it here. Nice for mixing paint, nice for scraping. You can also do different painting techniques with it, so that's typically a nice one to have. There's also some odder shaped ones here. This one is good for, I like to use it for corner work because you can get that edge in there, that kind of smaller edge in here. This is a straight one, but good for those sort of techniques. And the smaller ones I like for mixing paint. I like the trowel-shaped ones that come to a point. Really nice to mix paint with these. You can kind of draw back and you can get a lot of paint or a little bit, so you can really work it nicely with these. And these are also very good for painting on a canvas too. I like the smaller ones for different kind of techniques on the canvas. But they also have a new line out now. Utrecht has a new line that provides some of these different textured ones. And they all have a little bit different of a shape to them. And you can see up close, this one kind of has a kind of a serrated edge to it, which is really good for different textured effects. This one here kind of has those on both sides. This one's good for a point, kind of line work, really flexible. That's another note too. I mean, it depends on how you like these. Some people like them really flexible, some people don't. Again, it depends on what you're using it for, but there's all sorts of them out there that have more flexibility and some that are a lot stiffer, so that's something to keep in mind. But again, different textured effects with these type here. But, you know, I would recommend having a good varieties. Again, you don't need 20 of these things, but you do need, I think, a good variety. So when the need arises, you can choose the one that's most appropriate for you.